Hello, I'm Langston and I'm back on my channel, Gymlandia. Welcome to the Ratchet Gymnastic Podcast for Niggas Season 2, Episode 4. And I know it's been a long break. It's just been a lot. It's been very hard for me to keep pushing with this channel. And I'm gonna really do my best this upcoming month to really push out some content. It's a lot of stuff I have to say. I just haven't really been able to find the words to say it. But I'm here to, let some stuff off my chest, with this podcast. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'm back. And the first thing I want to talk about is bent knees or Kayla DiCello. That's my nickname for her, bent knees. And bent knees has been really overrated, really pushed as of recently, and it's been something that's kind of been pushing me off. And I told you guys this a while back that bent knees as well as kidney, Sunisa Lee, have been really pushed by the media, right? Like they really been pushed by USA Gymnastics. And you kind of see this. And you have people creating this myth that Kayla DiCello won't be she won't be, scored very low internationally, despite Kayla DiCello only scoring a 54.6 at Pan Am's, which is a nothing ass competition that we know overscores gymnasts. So if you're scoring a 54.6 there, right? When you competed in Kitakushu in 2021, she scored a 55.7 with four hit routines, right? Kayla DiCello had the best beam routine of her life and only scored a 7.9 E score. She didn't have the switch half. She didn't have the split full then either. Those huge deductions, and they still gave her a 7.9 E score with that. So when you're looking at that, you see why she's not going to score well international. Like you don't have to be delusional to see the truth. And this is what they do. They love a nothing ass, mediocre ass, non black ass gymnast. Kayla DiCello is a nothing ass gymnast, a talentless ass gymnast. Like, she has so little talent. But you see all these people that want to go out the way to protect her, but they got all this foaming out the mouth when it comes to black gymnasts, right? They all of a sudden they the Chang police. They're the early twisting police. They're the handstand police. They're the flex feet police. They are the twisting form induction police. They're the artistry police. They are the ring leap police, right? Like they are the connection police when it comes to black women, right? So, here they are doing all this coming out the mouth about Skye Blakely getting a tenth or so more, about Jordan Childs getting a tenth or so more, but they're okay with this mediocre ass, nothing ass, non black gymnast getting all this overscored, right? They don't care about that. We've seen this with Maggie Nichols. We've seen this with Grace McCallum. We've seen this with Michaela Skinner, right? Like we've seen this with numerous other of these mediocre ass gymnasts before. With Samantha Pezic, we've seen it, throughout history. They're okay with that, and it just shows their anti-blackness because they would never allow for a black gymnast to be as talentless, as trashy as Kayla DiCello as a gymnast, and allow that shit to fly. And I said what the fuck I said because, like I said, when y'all go low, I go to Antarctica, bitch. We'll be down there like them motherfucking penguins stomping our feet like Happy Feet, bitch. Playing Happy Feet in this hole, singing a soundtrack from Happy Feet, stomping our feet because, like I said, y'all got us messed up over here. And moving on to kidney, I'm talking about kidney Lee Suni grip adjustments because mama don't stay taking 4 or 5 grip adjustment ass handstands throughout the routine. And Sudi's been allowed to get away with doing the minimum forever, right? Like there's so many gymnasts that could have just done a bum ass ball and a beam routine without a dismount to get to where she's gotten, but they chose to go above and beyond it and get rewarded for that, right? And that's the rules, but you get what I'm trying to say. And for her, I do want to say, as of now, I would take her on the Olympic team, but it's a shame to see someone in a condition she's in, and see the amount of praise, the amount of attention and gaslighting she gets in the gym tonight. A lot of y'all want to sit up here now like because an Asian bitch swing her arms, that she got artistic movements and shit like that. And y'all want to sit up here and gas her the fuck up when international judges have consistently scored her how they've scored her, and we know that she's not going to get these ridiculous ass scores. She's getting domestically as well, right? These judges sat up here and gave Gabby Douglas a 14 for her vault just to give Sunny Lee that same score for that bum ass DTY. And to be fair, I could have seen how Sunny Lee could have got a 14 for that, but you get what I'm trying to say. Why someone else's score should have been dramatically higher. So you see the favoritism. You see the gas up by the gym tonight, and that's not going to translate into reality because most Americans would never give a fuck about her. She's always going to be insignificant. She's always going to be irrelevant to the average American person. So it doesn't matter how hard y'all want to sit up here and go for her. That's never going to change. That's never going to make her relevant. Okay. And moving on to Jade, they just keep lowballing mama. It's like they keep giving her these low ass scores. And to be fair, I don't, to be honest, the spot on the team for her, in my opinion, is still wide open because if you take Simone, Charlize, and Skye as all arounders, you take Sunny Lee for bars and beam, that leaves a vault and floor spot in qualifications. Who's going to do vault and floor in qualifications? You really going to take Kayla DiCello bum ass for that? You going to take that bent knees ass DTY? And that, her floor routine is good, but it's not good enough. You're going to really take that? Like, really? So, you got what I'm saying, over the world champion on vault and the Olympic champion on floor for a vault and floor spot? Like, you know what I'm saying? But they're trying to replace the Queen of Caucasia for a bastard girl, and that just don't sit right with me. They really trying to make the Queen of Caucasia go into exile. They really trying to force her out her own kingdom. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, the small council is really plotting her downfall, and it don't sit right with me. Like, Jay Carey, she deserves to make this Olympic team. And looking at the math, that's just what they should do. And they should be giving her the fair ass score she fucking deserves. No ifs, no ands, no buts. They give Jay Carey these bum ass scores. They be giving her 14 sixes with trash chains internationally. And she has to do excellent ones to get that domestically. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I don't understand. And for Skye Blakely, I am happy for her. I do want to say I think a lot of the pro blacks are delusional. Like Mama hit one good chain, but you get what I'm saying. Like a lot of gymnasts have done that. It doesn't translate into international success. Like we need to see this consistently, right? And my argument for taking Skye Blakely is if Skye Blakely was to fall on beam, she'd probably score the same as Jordan, similar to Leanne, and more than Kayla with a fall, considering that she scored the same as Jordan Childs with a fall in 2022. So it's just like, why not take her? Like she's gonna score the same as them with a fall anyway. So even if she does fall, why not? And she has this bonus chain now, so why not take her over these units that have low scoring potential anyway? But you have people talking about, oh, she's gonna do this, she's gonna do that. We don't have any proof to back that up. Y'all need to be realistic. Like Brudenova hit one good vault. She didn't do that any other time. So we don't have any evidence to back up this Sky's gonna hit this Chang and T finals. I would still definitely take her on this Olympic team, but y'all need to be realistic. I still don't trust Skye Blakely. I don't. And that's just what you should operate under. Like y'all need to sit up here and be a lot more realistic. Like one national championship performance isn't gonna erase what you've done prior. Okay? Just because it's sunny outside, one, it don't mean it might not be a hurricane the next week. It don't mean that a tornado might not come. Like it doesn't mean any of that, right? It doesn't influence their weather for the whole year. So with that, like y'all need to be a lot more realistic and strategic about Skye Blakely as a gymnast. And I believe in her. I trust in her. I damn sure don't think she can beat I don't think she can beat Charlize Jones at her best. But regardless, I definitely think that she has a place on this Olympic team, and I agree with that. But the main reason she has that place is because of no Connor McLean, is because of Gabby Douglas not being in competition as well. Both of these gymnasts, in my opinion, would have a better chance than her. I wouldn't say necessarily Suni, but you get what I'm saying. But, because of she doesn't really have any competitors for her spot, I don't see any argument as to not take her. Period. Moving on to, Jordan Childs. And Jordan Childs, she doesn't have an upgraded vault. She doesn't have her floor is good, but her floor isn't good enough. Like we've seen internationally that Jordan was scoring the same as a downgraded Jade on floor. with mistakes. So with that, it's like I don't see why they should take Jordan. If they do take Jordan or Kalia Lincoln over Jade, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm pro black woman over anything. Obviously, I would not take Jordan or Kalia Lincoln over Jade, but if they were to do that, I'm gonna defend them making a team. Okay, that's how I get down over here. But personally, I don't agree with that decision. I don't see where Jordan Childs fits the lineup. I'm not taking a DTY to the Olympics. I'm not gonna take her floor is good, but I don't think it's good enough. And I see hella artistry deductions in her floor. So I don't see where she fits this team. Same thing for Leanne Wong. Leanne Wong is trying to hold herself back. She still clears Kayla DiCello though. Leanne Wong and Jordan Child should be outscoring Kayla DiCello. I said what I said. And we seen that. Getting Kayla had more difficulty than Leanne in 2021, but Leanne still beat her with mistakes internationally, and Kayla hit 4 for 4. Like Leanne Wong has a lot better execution than Kayla DiCello. So despite Kayla DiCello having more difficulty, Leanne Wong is a lot cleaner of a gymnast. Like I think Leanne Wong would still clear Kayla DiCello internationally. They don't want to hear that. But Leanne and Jordan Childs holding each other back. Like, they need more. Like I'm not taking these nothing ass routines, and that goes for Kayla. Like she don't have enough for me to take her to the Olympics, and that's how I feel about all these gymnasts. Moving on to Emma Malabuyo. So Emma Malabuyo ended up clearing this gymnast from Kazakhstan at the Asian Games. Everybody was talking about that, like, oh my God, she robbed this girl. She did this, she did that, and it's like this bitch is 26 years old. And y'all talking about, oh, Emma Malabuyo, she got better opportunities to shit that girl don't got access to. Well, that's not Emma Malabuyo's fault. And regardless, Kazakhstan was the last country to leave the USSR. You remember the USSR, the country that dominated gymnastics for like half a century? Kazakhstan was the last country to leave that organization. Looking at McMamas, she looks ethnically Eastern European. She's probably ethnically Russian. Russian are ethnic minority in Kazakhstan, like numerous of the other former USSR countries. And with that, like Mama could have went back to Round Lake and trained with the Russian gymnast to get better. Isn't that what the Belarusian gymnast did who just qualified to the Olympics? So a Belarusian gymnast can qualify to the Olympics, but a Kazakh gymnast can't. Like I said, get the fuck out of here. Mama is 26 years old. She don't had 10 years. You can start competing when you're 16, actually turning 16 in the Olympic year, right? 10 years and some change, and she ain't done nothing. Sometimes gymnasts are just not that talented. Sometimes you just suck. I know that sounds ruthless, but it's like Rebecca Andrade came from Brazil. Brazil's a poor is a I'm not gonna say poor, but a lesser economically stable country, right? Didn't a gymnast from Indonesia qualify to the Olympics? Indonesia don't have no history in gymnastics. And that girl cleared. You gotta realize MLO put up a nothing ass score of like a low 50. And Mama couldn't even beat that. That's a nothing ass score. She had to compete against Emma Malabu at her peak. And I want to, get into this like depth because it's this anti-American rhetoric where it's like people allowed to say what they want to say about America. They're allowed to, oh, Americans, they're using their privilege, they're doing this, they're doing that. Okay, but what about your privilege? What about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that pissed me off because it's like, all y'all coming here though. Y'all are immigrating here. Okay, like y'all are coming to America. So y'all feel okay coming to America and using our resources to better yourselves. When we come to your country to use your resources to for our own agenda, that's a motherfucking problem. It's giving stupid. And I totally agree about Emma in general. I feel like if you don't go to the Philippines, I want you to stand on some more shit. But they okay with that. They sponsor her shit. So that's on them. Okay. And Vanessa Toyota trying to get more horsepower, child. She trying to turn into a Lexus. Toyota trying to become a Lexus. She trying to become a little luxury. You know what I'm saying? Like, mama ain't ever finna be a Ferrari, but she can, you know what I'm saying? She can get her some more horsepower. She's getting ready to turn up and we getting to see if she really gonna make this push to make the Italian Olympic team. So we gotta see that. Sean Johnson did typical passive aggressive white woman shit where she was like, I wishing Gabby Douglas the best. I want the best for Gabby, blah, 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 blah. You know, Gabby's one of the most talented gymnasts that Chow ever trained. So who's the most talented? Who is Chow trained more talented than Gabby? Because it's damn sure not Sean Johnson. It's damn sure not one of them Chinese hoes. And Sean is an excellent gymnast. Only thing Sean can really clear Gabby on is beam. And it's not even a landslide on that. You know what I'm saying? Like Gabby's a lot better on vault bars. On floor, they're similar. Sean, I think I like Sean's tumbling better than Gabby's, even though they're similar in terms of execution, but Gabby clears her when it comes to leaps, right? So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's the most talented that child trains? Are you saying that's yourself? You have to watch out for them because they say certain shit in certain ways. You go back and listen to it, it's like, I saw y'all gassing up. I got to get my thoughts on that. It's a German dilemma going on. Like Germany has to choose between Senator star gymnast, a brand new senior who's really doing pretty well, scoring, low 55s over there, or Elizabeth Sykes, gymnast who can potentially win a medal on bars at her absolute best and can make bar finals. And I do want to say that Ellie Sykes still been fucking around for a long time, so it's like this might be her official downfall. We gonna see. But you know, I got smoke for Germany because it's like, how the fuck you sat up here and get cleared by SK in Romania? Y'all couldn't have beat SK and Romania. Like, these are nothing ass teams. But like I said, Germany's really in a fucked up situation. We're gonna see what they decide to name for that last spot. Because Sarah Voss and Pauline Schaefer have already qualified to the Olympics. That's gonna be very interesting. Unfortunately, I did know about Gabby withdrawing from the competition. I want to really appreciate Woga because Woga was really able to shut shit down. Like you didn't hear nothing. It took a lot for me to find out information about Gabby going into nationals because Woga was doing a really good job of like shutting people up. I really want to appreciate them for that. And it's something that kind of stopped my motivation to come on this channel, like to produce videos. It's not like I'm really hurt by it, but it's just like when you kind of have your hopes up, like when you kind of like when you're kind of like stuck in a camp and you see like that camp get set on fire, you like, oh shit, what do I do? But you know, my mom is like, hey, you can't just give up on your channel. You don't start a whole network for protecting Black women's image. Like you can't sit up here and let that disintegrate because of one person. But it was kind of difficult. And Gabby saying she wants to compete in 2025, but we're gonna have to see it. Like I need to see the truth to back it up because Gabby said she was here to have fun, and that's not clearly what the case was. So, when she's lied to us once, I have to see that she's telling the truth this time. And unfortunately, we saw Connor McClain get injured as well. And, Connor, Gabby, these are gymnasts that have really good chances to making the Olympic team. And, they kind of solidified Skye Blakely and Sunisa Lee's spot on the team because they don't really have any competition. And Connor is someone who has been dreaming of this their whole lives, and it just shows you that dreams can become nightmares in this sport, and it's just very unfortunate. Mixed in with Trinity Thomas and every gymnast who tried to come back, and you've seen that fall through as well. And for Trinity, she was a long shot to make the Olympic team anyway, but we at least wanted to see her do her absolute best, like go all the way to trials. And that's unfortunately a result we might not end up getting to see, and it's just very sad in this Olympic process. Anyway, I'm gonna have to clear Simone Biles because Simone has been attacking people coming after her husband, coming after her relationship, even though no one had anything bad to say about her husband until her husband decided to embarrass her on that motherfucking podcast, which is like, whose fault is that? Your nigga did what the fuck he needed to do. He didn't come out here and apologize. He's never done that. So here you are making yourself look fucking stupid. And for you to be liking posts, negative posts about Skye Blakely scoring and shit like that, you don't have no smoke for Suni Lee outscoring you on Beam, which realistically I don't think should have happened. You don't have no smoke for when Jade outscored you on vault before, but all of a sudden when another black gymnast does, it's a problem. And I do think Simone should have outscored Skye Blakely, but that's beside the point. Why do you feel so comfortable coming after other black women but not non-black gymnasts? You running across the motherfucking running across the arena to go hug Suni Lee, but you didn't do that for Gabby. You don't do that for when Skye Blakely falls. You don't do that for Shilese, who just couldn't compete at nationals because she's injured. You didn't do that for Connor McClain when she got that bad injury. You don't do that for black girls. But here you are kissing after non-black women. It looks fucking stupid. And we've seen this before with Simone Biles and her fuckery, right? We've seen it before when dealing with, her identity issues in the past. Because she decided to befriend Maggie Nichols, a clown ass bitch who came in sixth place and barely beat Gabby Douglas, who fell twice. but somehow thought she had some place on the Olympic team, right? A bitchy backstabbing, bullying brunette. Okay, that's what she sat up here and decided to, take over Gabby. Why the fuck would you do that? But she doesn't see herself in that light. Some people, some coons get success from being a token. And it's very unfortunate she kind of has that mentality, but niggas see it, and that's why black people always calling the fuck out. Okay? And then she sat up here and tried to create a friendship with a bleached blonde, bad built, botched brims, butch body Becky named Michaela Skinner. She tried to be good with a McMahon like that. And it's just like, why would you fucking do that? And this is what niggas be saying about her. And she want to sit up here like, oh, black people be hating on me. Black women are jealous of me. Like, why would black women be jealous of a bitch who's married to a ghetto ass nigga, a hood nigga wearing grills in his motherfucking mouth to a gymnastics competition? Like this like this looking like damn Flavor Flav. The fuck this shit is, nigga. What you talking about? Who the fuck would be jealous of a situation like that? But she sits up here and blames black women for trying to warn her of what's to come. Like I said, mamas think she big bad whoop and she can just, blow off a little piggy's house down. But she finna run a Peppa Pig in her family, and Peppa Pig gonna be standing on motherfucking business. Her family finna stand on business when she try to blow their house down. And in the end, she'll be the last person on the plane that's finna crash over the Bermuda Triangle without a damn parachute. And it's gonna be very unfortunate, but sometimes you gotta learn lessons the hard way. And I hate this for her, but mamas don't dug herself into this hole, and she's not appreciative to the black woman that came before her, right? Because Gabby walked so she could run. And I've seen black people don't really been pressing that. And to be fair, they're separate. You're not gonna like every nigga. I don't like every black person I know, of course, right? But regardless, there's still some kind of respect, some kind of homage that should be paid. And I don't think Simone Biles even sees herself in that light in the first place. Anyway, that's all I have to say on my Ratchet Gymnastic podcast for niggas, episode 4, season 2. And I know it's been a while since I've been back, but I'm back and I'm going to be trying to upload a lot more content. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. Make sure you have a nice day, you guys. Goodbye.